What's up, what's up? Thanks for coming back through. Today we're going to be talking about the update to the Ultraboost line. Some goods, some meh, but generally positive. Actually, I think I'm going to end up customizing this one. So let's get into it because I want to compare and contrast to a few things that we've already got going on. So today we are going to be talking about the Ultraboost 5X. I'm glad that they went back to just the number designation. It didn't seem like it made any damn sense to start calling it, you know, the 2000 this, the 2000 that, the blah, 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 you know, Ultraboost 1, Ultraboost 2, Ultraboost 3. Then all of a sudden it went Ultraboost 19, Ultraboost 20, Ultraboost 21, 22. And now we're dropping back in to the actual number designation. Now, the Ultraboost 5 is a beautiful shoe. It is right in line with what an Ultraboost looks like. You know, I'm often a little bit confused when they do redesigns, going all the way back to what I've said before with Mr. Kayano. We did it right. Why are we doing it again? There's some subtle differences, but there's enough of it to be the Ultraboost that we remember it to be. So initially I wanted to get the real bright, colorful one, but I ended up getting this silver gray one, which kind of was a throwback to the one from 2015 that I have, the original Ultraboost 1 in silver and gray. Yo, that's a classic. These have held up really, really well. I purchased these just as I was leaving to go live in France for that summer. God, that's a throwback. God, I love that shit. Upper midsole, outsole on this one. We're going to have to do obvious comparisons because the Ultraboost line is legendary. The Ultraboost line has now gone on since 2015. So we are now almost 10 years into the Ultraboost line. It's legendary. It's a staple. So instead of asking necessarily why they redesigned it, that's like asking why the Pegasus has been around for 40 years or 40 iterations. It's a great shoe. It's a great shoe. It covers so much of the running world. It is a very democratic shoe. So a lot of people can get into it. When you got your carbon fiber runners, you got your long distance runners, you got your specialty shoes, things have gotten so specialized that it is often a struggle just to find a decent shoe that you can go work out in for the majority of your time. That's where the Ultraboost comes in. I will say the X model is the one that is being pushed more than anything. You can find one of the Ultraboost 5s that still has the cage on it, similar to that. So many of the Ultraboosts were being uncaged back in the late 2015s, early 2020s, where uncaging an Ultraboost became a big deal. I mean, you're looking at the Y3 Ultraboost. Uncaging an Ultraboost became a thing. Well, a lot of people just wanted some straightforward support like Adidas used to do. Most people don't realize that the Adidas stripes started out as a support mechanism on the side of the shoe. It was not decorative just to have 3 stripes. They actually pulled up on the side of the shoe for a long period of time. Well, we're back to that. The upper on that has 3 stripes. These stripes are both a support mechanism tied directly to the lacing, and they are reflective. I don't know if that'll show up on here a little bit there. Yeah, right there. The same 4 lace holes that have been on the Ultraboost since its inception, yet now these are tied directly to the stripes, pulling up on the knit. It actually improves the fit. Some people were getting some biting right around there where the cage would be sewn to the prime knit. And while we're at it, while we mentioned that, prime knit, yo, there is still a place for knit in the running world. And I love it. I absolutely love it. You know, with the Atom knit, Cellar mesh, all different types of fabrics that have now taken the place of knit. Because knit is heavier. Knit is not a racing fabric where it used to be used in that way. Knit is comfortable. Like, It's just beautiful. So the fact that they brought that knit all the way up into the 5, they're going to keep it going. I'm loving that. A lot of the construction that you see is not completely new. It's just a bit updated and whoa, whoa, whoa. So let me regain composure because there was a black hornet in my office. My office sits right off of my balcony where our plants and everything are. So occasionally something will get in. Y'all already know I don't like wasps. So the knit is fantastic on this upper. Extremely comfortable. Again, when we talk about redesign, elements that have been a staple forever are back. It's hard to say redesign. They're refining, refining, refining. If you were a fan of the Ultraboost, you're going to be a fan of this. The shape of those heels, so many of the components stick around and they have become staples. Stretch knit all the way up to the tongue. So gusseted. Little elements of design that are beautiful are the jeweled adidas symbol, both on the tongue and on the heel. Like that very much. Just great touches. That heel cage is a staple. It will not go away because it's functional. This is a soft component, but that neoprene gives it a thickness that actually gives it a little bit more support. But the cage is the thing, always has been. That's where we do have to start our comparisons. So, you know, again, the knit remains, and the shape, the general shape of the heel is what it has always been. However, that bulbous heel that never really gave you what you were seeing. You sat really far down into that heel, and then the extra material on the back that was not functional. That's not the case here. You're actually up on top of this heel now, and you don't sit very far down into it, and you don't have a lot of that extra in that heel section that's not functional. Stack height, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Again, stack height wars are over. If you're racing, that matters. And something like this is just a big plus shoe. It's an Ultraboost. It feels like that. Maybe a little softer than you're used to. It's great. So, I don't know the stack height. Somebody down in the comments, let everybody know the stack height. Thank you. It's lighter than the previous model. That could be the cage. It could also be the formulation of the midsole. The midsole of the Ultraboost 5 has very similar pedigree to the Ultraboost 23 or the Ultraboost Lite. Very similar things that you're seeing, but even in hand you can tell that this is a much more densely packed Ultraboost material. This material is lighter, more spacious. You can even tell in the creasing. As I'm walking in it, I'm smushing into it a little bit more. It's got a softer feel right away. It didn't have the roll. There's not a lot. What I did like about the 23 was that a lot of that midsole was on those rails that touched the ground. This one has a concavity there. Okay. The shape of it, it takes a bit to break in. It's not as pebbled anymore. You know, I know they're still doing a similar formula, but you can tell they've stuck with that sort of pebbled look of the beads being fused together. But really, I think anymore now, I think it's just a slab of this TPE. Now, what did get a redesign was the outsole. The outsole is altogether different, and I like the grip. I really do like the traction. You can see the torsion bar got reined back in a little bit. I think the torsion bar here on the 23, they were basically riding that wave of a plated shoe. 21, 22, 23, all of them had a pretty expansive torsion bar that rolled all the way closer to the top of the foot, or the front of the foot, sorry. And it was rather thick. So they were trying to ride that wave of plated shoes. That's not what the Ultraboost was ever really about. So they brought it all the way back to the X torsion. That is a lot more like what it used to be. Now, I don't know how much bearing it would have on the stability of the shoe. Again, perhaps it's a refined remnant of what's always been there, but I don't know that it's really a deal breaker or a deal maker. It's there. It's part of the pedigree of the shoe, so it remains. It's like having air in a Pegasus. Outsole, this grip right here is Continental, as you can see. I've already had it out on the track. It definitely grips, and it's got some texture to it. It's got some tooth. So, I mean, even if you're running hills, running grass, running gravel, you're going to be okay. Not a lot of spaces for a bunch of rocks to make a home. Opting for this colorway, I'm going to be doing some customization most likely. But I really do want to get my hands on the release day colorway. That's always kind of a goal of mine, is to collect the release day colorway of an Ultraboost. I've got tons of them and I love them so much. This one's going to find its way into my rotation for some longer, slower runs, some interval work, some stair work. You know, when I don't need the plate to pick up the pace. If I'm running about 60-70%, doing some tempos, these are going to work just fine. Lots of walking. These will go to Paris with me in about a month when I'm there for the Paralympics. Now, at 180, standard for an Ultraboost for the last few years. I don't think it's completely out of pocket, but it's still a little bit pricey. These are going to go on sale. You know they are. So if you want to wait it out and hit the outlets, outlets are the place to find Ultraboost anymore. This is going to go to the outlet. But that's not because it's a bad shoe. It's just because they're going to be plentiful. They're not going to hold back. And the look is still an Ultraboost look. If I put this on screen, boom. If I put this on screen, boom. I could put any number of Ultraboosts on screen, boom. And it's going to still have the look of an Ultraboost. So the collabs are going to come when Stella McCartney gets it. Stella, right here. Stella, can we get some men's sizes? Because the shoes you make are so dope, but I can't fit them. Why are you doing this to me? I thought we was good. Make some bigger sizes, please. I beg. I beg. When the Merry Mecco comes back and does their flower pattern, those will be dope on this. I am going to be customizing these like I did similar to my 2019s, where I did some hydro dipping on these. And they came out beautiful. Came out absolutely beautiful. With a blank canvas like that, I kind of think I got to take a try at it. You know what I'm saying? That is the Ultraboost 5X. You're going to love it if you love Ultraboost. If you don't, you're going to complain about it. So I really appreciate all the interaction and conversation. The subscribers are going up, and that's really, really cool. Now that my summer is going to be coming to an end, and things will slow down in terms of my my travels and my coaching, I'll be able to interact a little more. We're going to get some t-shirts out. We're going to get some things out with the CONNOSHOER logo, and some other things now that we have hit that mark. But I really appreciate you, because I can only do that because of you all. So thank you very much. Peace.